great day and are staying cool. I don't know what part of the world you are in, but here in Texas it is hot, so my sweat glands are working overtime. This video is a gotta try or pass it by on the newest foundation from BareMinerals, and this is their BareSkin Foundation. It retails for $29 and you get 1 fluid ounce and is available in 20 shades and can be found wherever BareMineral products are sold. I'm going to just read you a quick description of how the company describes this product that can be found on Sephora.com. It says it's a breakthrough tone correcting mineral foundation and skincare serum in one. With exceptional purity in mind, this ultra thin skin perfecting fluid provides seamless adjustable coverage, a natural finish, and the look and feel of beautiful skin while delivering a noticeably brighter, more youthful appearance. It's like nothing you've ever felt before. The BareSkin Foundation also has an SPF of 20 and has vitamin C, lilac plant stem cells, and other great skin loving ingredients. This foundation up when BareMinerals was having their friends and family 20% off sale. So I got this for under 25 bucks and I got it in shade number 15 Bare Honey. For shade reference, I am an NC45 in MAC and wear Toast in Revlon foundations. I have combination oily skin right now, and that's due to the fact that I'm really trying to step up my water game. I usually try to drink about 8 glasses. I'm trying to double that and drink about a gallon, and that has turned my normally oily skin into more combo oily. The foundation is housed in this hard plastic container. You get 1 fluid ounce and the color matches the shade that you select. So if you're lighter than me, your package will be lighter, and if you're a deeper shade, the color of yours will match the foundation that you can expect inside. Now, something very important about this foundation is you want to hear it click to make sure that this lid is closed. So you hear that? That's how you know that this lid is all the way shut. When you twist off the top, you have what looks like a medicine dropper, and that's how you disperse the product onto your brush. BareMinerals launched this foundation. They also launched a special brush. That brush retails for $28. I did not purchase the brush because I have a ton of brushes, and also I wanted to make sure I loved this before I spent additional money on the brush. How I applied this foundation. So here's just a few old acne scars that I think that the foundation does a pretty good job covering. I'm using a primer from YBF Cosmetics. You can use any primer that you choose, but if you have oily skin, I highly recommend using a primer. I think you'll like your results a lot better if you do. Okay, now I'm shaking the foundation. You want to shake it well, and just when you think you've shaken it enough, go back and shake it again. Using the e.l.f. flat top brush, I'm going to apply the foundation. This brush gives an excellent airbrush coverage, so I like to start off with just using 2 drops, and you'll see that the brush doesn't absorb the product. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the product or the foundation onto my skin, and then I'm going to buff it out. And if the foundation looks slightly too light, I apologize. That was lighting in my bathroom, but I'm just taking the brush and buffing out the foundation. Now I took 1 drop just to give a little bit extra coverage underneath my eye. You can see 1 drop gives a lot of coverage, so I could do both eyes with 1 drop. And then I'm taking a little bit more on my finger just to cover that old acne scar. When I want a little bit more coverage from this foundation, I recommend using your finger to kind of blend it out. And I think it did a really good job of covering that spot, giving it the big old thumbs up. Now I'm taking Makeup Forever HD setting powder and setting my foundation. This is a must because I am an oily skin girl, so setting my powder, using a primer are 2 things that I find that help this foundation really last throughout the day. After trying this foundation for about 2.5, closer to 3 weeks, I have to say this foundation is a got to try, and here's why. 1, I love the shade selection. This foundation comes in 20 shades, and for a company to launch a new product in 20 shades, that's a big deal for me because typically, you know, they kind of want to test the product out first, and so the shades are limited. So I do feel like if you're a woman of color, you do have a better chance of finding your shade. I'm number 15 Honey, so there's about 5 shades that are deeper in tone compared to the one that I got. Two, love the fact it has an SPF because, you know, when you have oily skin and when you're trying to put on, you know, your sunscreen and your moisturizer and your foundation, it can get really heavy. So I love that this has your SPF protection, which is so important to get on the skin. This foundation, I like to start off with 2 drops, and 2 drops really does give you a pretty nice amount of coverage. I'm a medium coverage girl, but today I kind of played with it and built it up, and what I loved about it is I could build this foundation up. It never looked heavy and never looked cakey. Now, because I'm oily, I always have to wear a primer. I always have to set my foundation with some type of powder, but I didn't find with this foundation that I had to like babysit it more or like blot more. About 3.5 hours in, I would get some shine, but that's typical with any foundation I wear, whether it's Estee Lauder Double Wear or if it's the Kat Von D. About 3.5 to 4 hours in, I'm gonna have to touch up. It's just my life as an oily skin chick. I would recommend doing is go to your favorite BareMinerals retailer and get a sample of this foundation and try it in different ways, just to measure you either will love it as much as I do or you're gonna, you know, have the adverse reaction or response and hate it. So definitely get a sample and play with it. Play with it with your different primers and try different brushes. Now, during this whole process of trying this foundation, I use these 3 brushes. This is the Sigma F88 flat angle kabuki brush. I also use my buffing brush, my Real Technique buffing brush, but I found the brush that worked the best is my $3 flat top powder brush from e.l.f. It has really great soft hairs. The foundation didn't sink into the brush and really helped give me like an airbrush effect, and that's how I've been applying this foundation with this brush, and it's fantastic. So try this brush before you spend the $28 for the other brush, but it's the brush I used to apply this foundation today and every other time I've used it, and I've just had really great results from a $3 brush. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this foundation. To be quite honest with you, I wasn't a big BareMinerals fan. I've slowly have gotten into BareMinerals. I wasn't a big fan of their loose powder. I couldn't get it to work for me, but I feel like BareMinerals is really stepping up their game. I love their Ready eyeshadows. The Moxie lipsticks are great, and I think that a lot of people will like this foundation, but you do have to kind of play with it, try it in a few different ways to see how it's going to work best for you. If you have dry skin, I will say that it will kind of hug or hold on to those dry patches. I have dry patches on the side of my nose, which I'll show you, and it does clean to dry patches, so you'll either need to exfoliate, moisturize really well, or this foundation won't be the foundation for you. But I definitely think it's worth getting a sample of, playing with it. The price is right at $29. A lot of my foundations are like $34 and up, so they're like $34 and a kidney, and I love how BareMinerals really kind of keeps things affordable. To be able to get this for under 25 bucks is great, but I would pay the $29 for this foundation because I'm really am pleased. I think that in the winter months that naturally I won't have to blot as much because it won't be so damn hot. So I think it's gonna even last even better in the winter time, but I am very pleased with this foundation. Give it 2 thumbs up. That is my official review on the BareMinerals BareSkin Foundation. If you've tried this foundation, leave your thoughts, good or bad. Love to hear your thoughts and your feedback down below, or if this is something that you plan on picking up. As always, please give this video a big old thumbs up, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will be seeing you real soon. Thank you for all the love and support. Mwah. Bye guys.